Hi, everybody. Wow, I'm so anxious to get back to courtiers, but I can't fall behind on what is currently happening either, can I? No, I can't because I think it is maybe a little significant and in a way important. At the time of preparing this video, I have not listened to or read the transcript for Meghan's last podcast in this series, or hopefully the last one ever. But I see she spoke to Trevor Noah. Now, don't even speak that name in my household. My daughter cannot stand him, and we all suffer from secondhand embarrassment whenever he opens his mouth. Talk about being a real know it all, overestimating his own intelligence. And the name Trevor Noah comes to mind. Narcissistic, obnoxious, and a liar. Someone who, like Meghan, have told so many stories about his own life and background that I don't even think he even knows what is true and what is not true anymore. However, inviting Trevor Noah onto her podcast seems to be yet another middle finger at King Charles and the royal family, as only a few months ago Trevor Noah said, and I quote, "It looks like King Charles isn't the guy to shape the monarchy into something that everyone can get behind." He also said this after the Queen passed away.
You can't say to people who have been oppressed by the British crown that they should not in some way, shape, or form say whatever they want. First of all, the person's gone, right? It's not like they're crying wherever they are. They're gone. That's the first thing to admit. Right? And secondly, you can't expect people to show respect for something that never respected them. You can say, hey, this is my queen. I still love what she represents. Yeah, that's your queen. But don't expect everybody else to now adopt, because basically what you're doing is now recolonizing the people and being like, this is who you support, this is who you cheer for, this is... No.
After King Charles's leaking pen debacle, it was also Trevor Noah who said, "When I was a kid, I thought kings pulled swords out of stones. This dude can barely pull his DICK out of his own pants." And that is what he said about King Charles. So, yes, that is indeed the man Meghan Markle chose to get onto her podcast. Anyway, I have not listened to this yet, have not read the transcript either, and don't even know whether I will. Maybe I will, and if there is anything significant, I'll come back and discuss it, but I'll see. I'm not going to force myself. And to tell you the truth, I'm so over Meghan Markle and her podcast. What a load of airy fairy, absolute rubbish, BS. So suck it in, Meghan, and grow up. The world is a harsh place, but the rest of us rise above it and don't go on a podcast or the Oprah show and play the victim of a cruel, unfair world. Anyway, there's a lot more that I want to talk about rather than Meghan's stupid podcast, which would have fared better in the 1940s. No wonder Andy Cohen could not remember meeting Megsy Daisy, if he even did. Maybe Meghan thought he would play along like her other buddies did, but he didn't. However, if he did meet her before, then it shows us what a bore she was, how forgettable, and still is today. It appears Rachel Ragland is, however, quite desperate to hog as many headlines as she can get before the Prince and Princess of Wales arrive in Boston, and it is quite hilarious and pitiful, really. Shame. Rachel Megsy had to revert back to her old tricks and again supposedly partnered with Kuyana to donate 500 of their classic tote bags to SmartWorks. Remember her clothing capsule a few years back? And those damn awful out of date clothing which was donated to SmartWorks? Those awful black pants, the jacket, and Misha Nunu's boring white husband shirt. Not to even talk about the dress, which was basically crap that did not sell the season before. Well, she did it again, this time with these bags. What a joke. Firstly, why is she getting any credit? She did not donate it, Kuyana did. Secondly, if she had done her homework or really cared about SmartWorks, she would have known that they had put the word out that they do not need any more clothing and accessories, but that they need things like cash to help pay for things like taxi and train fares, to get to interviews, to pay for daycare and bills. They need help with things like resume reviews, etc. And no, outdated, oversized bags are not going to secure anyone a job. Thirdly, those butt ugly totes are so yesteryear. I actually call them a shoplifter's dream because why else carry those plain looking big ugly things? Fourthly, think I'm joking when I said those bags are once again overstock and outdated? No, I'm not. When Meghan Markle first paraded with one, Kuyana produced a lot of them. But, ugly is ugly, and they did not sell as expected. They tried everything, even eventually trying to sell them for 80% off, and still it did not sell. So here was the solution: donate them to poor, unsuspecting women, and you get rid of them and get a tax write off and publicity from it. And of course, in turn for lending Kuyana her name and some publicity, they returned the favor and put out a puff piece in which they mention the Duchess of Sussex 6 times in 7 very short paragraphs. Oh, my bleeding heart. Well, I guess let's just call Meghan Marie Antoinette from now on. Marie Antoinette actually said, let them have cake. Meghan Markle says, let them have bags. And both are equally useless. Sorry, Kuyana, but I would rather allow that cow to munch away in the pasture than buy your leather bag, even at 80% off. It is one fugly bag, always was and always will be. And with ugly promoting it, it has become even more ugly. So, guys, I'm keeping this short as it is my second video of the day. Tomorrow I will be in court, and if we don't get to walk out there early enough, I won't post tomorrow. But then I will be back on Thursday with some more on courtiers and, of course, more about the busy 10 days ahead. Yes, indeed, we'll have a lot to talk about, as on the 2nd, we have the Earthshot Prize, the 6th, the RFK Awards, the 8th, the airing of the Netflix docu-series, and on the 9th, the second reading of the Removal of Titles Bill. Oh, wow, this is going to be hectic. Okay, so until we meet again on the next one, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.